Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie Bree. I had a pretty busy week last week and this past weekend, so today I'm putting out some new videos, and I'm starting off with my top 25 road trip movies. Now this playlist comes with some caveats and some things I have to mention. So the first thing I have to mention is this one's not going to be like my other playlists, because I'm actually doing something I've never done before, and I'm including an honorable mention. I found 25 movies that I feel perfectly capture the essence of an American road trip. And I think these are all fantastic movies in their own right. Some I like better than others, but this is not a ranking up. God damn it! I wish I could get that thing to stop jiggling. This is not, the ranking is not based on the quality of the films from worst to best. It's ranking on, the ranking is as a road trip movie. So some of the movies higher on this list are movies I don't enjoy as much as other movies on this list in general, but as capturing the core essence of a road trip, they do it better than some of the other movies. So that's the ranking. If you want more information on road trips in general and my experiences with them, I've already done a video on that. So you can go ahead and check that out. It'll be in my vlogs playlist, maybe my life stories playlist. You should check that out. Try to keep the playlists curated. I might go back through and kind of, make a few more playlists. But anyways, I have 25 movies on this list. But there's one movie I really wanted to put on the list, and I feel like it would be the number one spot if I put it on this list. However, I didn't put it on the list for 3 different reasons, and this is why it's an honorable mention. The first reason is I only discovered it recently. I only watched it for the first time. Got some popcorn. Hold on, in my teeth. Excuse me. I only discovered it for the first time in April of this year. I fell in love with it instantly, and I've already seen it at least 3 times, and I'll probably watch it several times more by the end of the year. I really love this movie. It's called American Honey. Now, there are 2 other reasons I didn't put this one on the list. The second reason I didn't put it on the list is because I finalized this list months ago, and it wasn't so much I didn't want to rearrange the list. It was just, as I look at this list, I feel like these movies capture the essence of a road trip. But these movies are also more accessible, because one of the other reasons I didn't put it on the list is it's a 3-hour movie. And that might not be palatable for everybody. And also kind of because Shia LaBeouf is in it, and he's kind of a turnoff for some people, especially since he kind of went off the deep end in recent times. But I do recommend checking out American Honey. I think it's definitely a great road trip movie, and a movie worth your time. So let's jump into the list. Number 25 is From Dusk Till Dawn. Now this movie is going to pop up on lists, whether it's greatest vampire movies. This will be the only movie on the list of the one movie Quentin Tarantino made that was worth a shit. 90s action movies, and yes, right here on road trip movies, because at its core, before it becomes a vampire movie, it's a road trip movie, and it's a pretty good one. It's not the best road trip movie out there, but it does at least capture some of the, the essence of a road trip. Which takes me to number 24, Paul. Paul is, let's be real, it's a rubbish movie. It's one of those movies you'll watch the one time, get it out of your system, and then put it behind you. But as a road trip movie, it works better than it does as a sci-fi alien film. Look, it's no E.T. Alright? And y'all know how I feel about E.T. So Number 23 is The Guilt Trip. This is a middle-aged man and his not middle-aged mom, not elderly, but older mother. They go on a road trip together because I guess she guilts him into it. I only watched it the one time. It's a good road trip feel, but it's not a great movie by any stretch. And it's got that fuck face. I don't like him. What's his name? Hairy beard, fat ass. Paul something or other. Anyways, I don't like him, so he brings it down a bunch. Number 22 is Fury Road. Number 21 is The Road Warrior. And number 20 is the first Mad Max, in that order. Again, this is not the quality of the films. It's the quality of them as a road trip movie, which, you know, they're dystopian, but I think Mad Max works better as a road trip type movie than the others because there's still sort of civilization at the time Mad Max takes place, whereas The Road Warrior and Fury Road, civilization has disappeared. Number 19 is The Odd Couple 2. Another rubbish film. As a quote comedy, this movie can eat rocks, I guess. But it works as a road trip movie because that's it's essentially what it is. Number 18 is the National Lampoon's Vacation, I want to say reboot. Nothing special here. It's just more, you know, raunchy comedy. Moving on. Number 17 is The Hitcher, and this is the version from the 1980s. 86, I believe. Where a man makes the mistake of picking up a hitchhiker who turns out to be a murderer. But you got all the classic scenes. You got hitchhiking. You got the, you know, eating French fries in a truck stop. You know, you got big trucks and everything else. Number 16 is Fanboys. Another movie that's, let's be real, not a great movie. But again, it's a really good road trip film. And I think this is a good spot for it because it's slightly more enjoyable than everything below it, but not as enjoyable as everything above it. I did not enjoy Fanboys as a film, but it does a good job capturing the feeling of a bunch of friends going on a road trip. Number 15 is Wild Hogs. It's definitely a road trip movie, but it's more of a motorcycle type road trip movie, so I almost didn't put it on the list because, you know, that other big famous motorcycle movie, I'm going to spoil the list a little bit. It's not on this list. And that's partially because motorcycles aren't the standard fare when it comes to road trips. Station wagon, a van, a car, something like that. Yeah, that's pretty standard. But I still think this movie does a good job capturing especially the essence of a bunch of middle-aged men who are just looking to recapture their youth. Number 14 is the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Not as good as the original, but it still gets the job done. Number 13 is Jeepers Creepers. Now, we could talk about everything wrong with the filmmaker, but we'll just sweep that under the rug because we all know what's wrong with him. But the movie still works as a road trip movie. You just have to be aware of the controversy. Number 12 is RV. One of the last great movies that Robin Williams did. One of the last movies he did, in fact. And it's just pure hijinks. And, you know, I respect that. Number 11 is the best road trip movie in the Mad Max franchise. Obviously, it's the one I didn't mention. It's Beyond Thunderdome. I know this one's got more action and stuff, but this one just feels like a proper road trip movie for me. Especially when he rescues the kids, you know. Number 10 is Rat Race. Come on, this is like Road Trip the movie. They could have just called it Road Trip, and I would have been fine with that. Number 9 is The Wizard. Again, this one is unconventional in that it's kids going on a road trip by themselves without adult supervision, and the adults kind of sort of chasing them down. Hilarious movie, classic movie, retro as fuck. I love this movie. Number 8, one of the most iconic road trip movies of all time. It's going to be in everybody's top 10. Some people might put it in their top 5. It's top 10 for me, but definitely not top 5. But it's the classic, Smokey and the Bandit. Just great film all the way around. Bested by the next few movies. Number 7, Tommy Boy. I mean, come on. This is pure road trip goodness all the way through and through the whole movie. Number 6 is Detroit Rock City. Amazing movie about a group of teenagers on a quest to see a Kiss concert. Who doesn't fucking love this movie, honestly? Now we're into the top 5, and you can probably predict the movies that are going to be in the top 5 based on what I've said so far. But you know number 5 is Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I know it's also kind of unconventional because he's on a quest to rescue a bike, but he's not riding the bike across the country. You know, he's hitchhiking, he's riding in a truck, he's hitching on a train. I mean, it's everything you want in a road trip film. Almost. Number 4 gives you just a little bit more. It gives you picnics, it gives you, eating at a gas station, on the side of the road. It's got, family hijinks. Everything that could go wrong does go wrong. Number 4 is National Lampoon's Vacation, the original from, I believe, 81, if I'm not mistaken. Great fucking movie, classic movie, hilarious movie, just absolute great movie. Number 3 is Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Kevin Smith has gone on record as saying he was trying to make a classic road trip movie, and he succeeded. But he was referencing number 2, The Muppet Movie, which is one of the best road trip movies, hands down. It's just a classic. I can just say the same things over and over again. It's great. It's one you can watch with your friends, your kids, just anybody. And obviously, you should already know the number 1 road trip movie of all time is Dumb and Dumber. If you didn't know that, it's because you haven't seen Dumb and Dumber. And if you've seen Dumb and Dumber, you know it's the greatest road trip movie of all time because it just is. This is not something anyone can argue with. Unless, of course, like I said, they haven't seen it yet. There you go. The top 25 road trip movies of all time. Stay cool.